Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Brimlow, and I just wanted to review the tech tools that you'll need to complete this project. I went over them in the larger tutorial talking about the project, but I wanted to go over them again in this smaller tutorial. So for this project, you're going to need to research some celebrities, you're going to need to write numbers in scientific notation, you're going to be working with a number line. So there are a few tools you need to be comfortable using in Google Slides to complete this project. So this is where this tutorial is going to go. So starting with typing. So celebrity name, simple enough. Standard form, that's just like you would typically write a number. And this is where you're going to need to use some tools. So when you're writing numbers in scientific notation, you have two options. One option is to type it using the little caret like I showed you with exponents. So let's say it was 2.489 times 10 to the 7th power. So as you can see, I typed that little caret or shift 6 at the same time, and it pops up. And then you can type in whatever your exponent is. So this is a way to show that the next number is an exponent, okay? So that's one way to type all your numbers in scientific notation. Another, which I would suggest you download, is this Chrome extension called Equatio. And it's an extension that allows you to write numbers and have this equation editor essentially to type math digitally. I use it all the time. It works with Google tools, and we use that a lot, and we will continue to use it for different assignments and projects, so it would be worth it. I've already downloaded it. It's this little blue diamond on my toolbar. So I would suggest downloading it. I know some students have already from previous projects. Once you download it, you might need to refresh or restart your Chromebook or device, whatever you're using. But I do highly recommend you download it. It should be free. And when you sign in, you can just use Google, say you're a student, and hopefully it will work. If it doesn't, though, you can use the method I showed you before. However, if you are able to download Equatio and use it, I'm going to show you how to use it. So it doesn't really matter where you click. Once you're ready to type your work in scientific notation, you just click the little blue diamond up where your extensions are, and you're going to have this bar show up at the bottom. I'm going to hide that. And it will say Equatio on the left. So you want to click the first button, which is the equation editor. So 2.489, I think, or 1, it doesn't matter, times 10. And then same thing, you're still going to hit shift 6, but you're going to notice that caret doesn't show up. So by using the equation editor, you're telling the equation editor to type in an exponent. So when you're done typing your work, you can just click this insert math, which is all the way to the right. And the way that it inserts your math is as a picture. So when you if you want to minimize it, you can just click equation editor again, and it's going to show up somewhere on your slide. I'm not sure where. It can show up in different places. And then you can resize it if you want, and it just types the math really nice for you. So I would highly suggest using this and downloading it. Like I said, we'll use this again for sure through this year. But the other way works just as well if you have any issues or you're comfortable with that. I don't really care, as long as you type it correctly. So you're going to do that for all your net worths, and then you can copy that information and paste it here. So literally you just highlight the whole thing. Control C means to copy, and then you can highlight this table and then Control V and paste it. Now I didn't copy anything because the other slide is blank, but then from here you can order from greatest to least, and you can kind of maneuver them around the way you want, starting with your highest paid celebrity here all the way down to your lowest. My other suggestion would be to write this out on paper and then order it on paper and then type it in. But it's up to you, whatever is going to work best for you. And then coming back down to the number line, I did give you an example with the expectation for what your number line should look like with each celebrity. With the number line, I want to remind you it's least to greatest. You're working on a number line. That's what the number line looks like in this case. And I did an example for you, which you can keep or delete. It's up to you. You can keep it and then just start here with your lowest, even if it's lower than Mike Tyson, or if you want to delete it and start there, that's fine too. So you're going to find a picture of each celebrity. So what I did was I opened another tab. I went to Google. I typed in the name of the celebrity, in this case, Mike Tyson. And I went to images and I found an appropriate one, which I expect you to do. So I just found one of him from his boxing days. I pasted it. Now to type this information about him, I used a text box. So up in your toolbar, you can click text box and then you can draw a text box wherever you want it to go. So it should have your celebrity's name and net worth in standard form in this box, okay? And then underneath, you're going to write scientific notation. So once again, you can click the equation editor and type it in here, which is what I did for this scientific notation example, or you can use a text box, and just like I showed you before, you could put 3 times 10 shift 6, so you have that caret that separates your base from your exponent, and then in this case it happens to be 6, and that's fine too. And then you just place it underneath the tick mark for that celebrity that it matches. And you'll do that for all your celebrities, once again, from least to greatest, okay? And the last part of this is to complete this Google form. This is part of your final grade, both the short answer questions and the reflection questions, so take it seriously. I'm looking for honest, thoughtful, sincere answers. I welcome critical feedback if you think there are changes I could make in the future, but take your time. Make sure you answer everything, double check before you submit, and make sure you hit submit at the end. For the last project, I had a lot of students not hit submit. On this Google form, when you get to the last part, you have to hit submit in order for it to go through to me. And because of the timing as of now of this project, it's going to hit right before February break. So there's going to be a lot of time between when you fill out the Google form and when I see you again for this to be corrected. So please make sure to hit submit when you finish. It will not save your answers, okay? If you have any questions at all, still ask me. Reach out by email. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. We can schedule Google Meets, or if you're in person, I can do that in person with you. But thank you for watching, and I will chat with you.